right now on Upfront.
A special edition countdown to the NFL Draft in Green Bay.
We're here just days from kickoff.
The NFL selects Green Bay, Wisconsin.
This weekend, Green Bay preparing to host the largest event it's ever seen. Hundreds of thousands of fans, tens of millions in economic impact.
We live and breathe it in Green Bay.
Wisconsin again in the national spotlights.
This is definitely a bucket list item.
This Sunday, a special edition of Upfront. With us, one-on-one, Packers president and CEO Mark Murphy.
I think the league is kind of embracing, the fact that this is such a smaller market.
Peter O'Reilly, the top NFL executive on the final preps and the reason the league picked Green Bay. And the push for even more state funding.
Packers, that brings out Democrats, Republicans, Independents, right?
It always has. That's a good thing.
The public safety costs and the major preparations.
Our exclusive week-long coverage from Green Bay begins now.
This is Upfront with Jaron Jordan and political director Matt Smith.
Hi everyone, thanks for joining us from outside of Lambeau Field in Green Bay, home of the 2025 NFL Draft, which officially kicks off Thursday night.
The final rush is upon us, the massive stage where it all go down right behind us. The view from News Chopper 12, the final pieces of that massive stage going into place. Hundreds of thousands of fans expected, the largest event Green Bay has ever seen. The finishing touches outside the iconic Lambeau Field. The culmination of a nearly decade-long effort for Green Bay to host the NFL Draft. In 2015, the league took the show on the road, leaving New York City for the first time in nearly 50 years.
With the first pick in the 2025 NFL Draft, the NFL selects Green Bay, Wisconsin.
The NFL officially announcing the decision 2 years ago. The league's smallest market would host one of the NFL's biggest events. Pitches and patience paid off, not only for the Packers, but a multitude of organizations and leaders throughout Green Bay and across the state.
We've had really good response from people.
Now, on the eve of the draft, an estimated economic impact surpassing $90 million statewide, $20 million in the Green Bay region alone.
We're located within a 6-hour drive time of 1/3 of the population of the United States. And Detroit's included in that, and so is Green Bay. So I think there's a lot of opportunity that people are going to make game time decisions.
The security footprint and planning unlike anything the city has ever seen. What are the biggest threats facing an event like this?
I think that person-born threat is one of those biggest ones. I think you hit it on the head before. You just never know what someone is willing to do.
The state already committing $2 million to help with costs associated with the draft, and now lawmakers are asking for more.
It's a significant undertaking for us. Our costs are going to be north of $1 million between police and fire and some of our DPW staff. Overtime costs associated with with a 3-day event. It's a big undertaking, especially for a community of our size. But again, what we have going for us is this collaborative spirit, this collaborative muscle that's used, as I said, every Packers season.
Packers president and CEO Mark Murphy spearheaded the bid from the very beginning. We sat down with him inside Lambeau Field.
Here we are as we look out on the stage. Are you ready? Is the team ready for Thursday night?
Absolutely. It's ever since we put the countdown clock up in the atrium, it's slowly been going down. It was 300. I remember when it was 365 days, and we're down to 7 now. So it's exciting now.
What's it been like watching the stage literally go up before your eyes?
It's amazing. Just what this draft has become. It's just hard to fathom. It's such short of the Super Bowl. It's the biggest event that the league has, and it'll be, I think, by far the largest event ever held in Green Bay. So it's we're excited about it, and I think we were talking earlier. I think the league is kind of embracing the fact that this is such a smaller market than the cities that it's been held in, and I think because of that, it means more to the community. Particularly in terms of the economic impact. Kind of the long legacy that this might leave for Wisconsin and Green Bay. I think there'll be an awful lot of positives in the future.
And this all took a lot of time to get here. The bid took several years. We see the footprint really taking shape right now. What are fans going to expect and experience here in Green Bay during the draft?
Well, there's going to be a lot of people. We think 250,000. And yeah, there's, I mean, you can see behind us, the stage is really impressive, but there's awful lot of things that I think the fans will really enjoy. Lombardi Lounge, a lot of different things that I think will be pretty exciting for our fans.
This has really evolved since 2015, since the NFL took this on the road. What's going to be unique about Green Bay in 2025?
For years it was in New York, and then started moving in, as you said, in 2015. This will definitely have a Wisconsin and Green Bay flavor. I think some of the things are surprising, but supper club theme, dive bars, things that are really unique.
This is an NFL event, but does the team feel some added pressure as this comes to town?
Yeah, you're right. I mean, it's a league's event. It's not their first rodeo. They've done a lot of these, but we want to make sure that we're a good partner with the league and things are going well. And it's the league has final say, but we have had input, and this is. So many people in the organization here have been involved, going back to, when we first started petitioning and applying, talking to the league about possibly having the draft here.
You've been a major player in developing not only the stadium, but the area around Lambeau Field, Titletown, where a number of the events related to the draft are going to be held as well. How crucial was that development in securing the bid to get the draft here?
Oh, I think it was integral. I don't think we would have the draft were it not for Titletown. That'll be a major part of it. The other piece that I think is really going to be has been a big aspect of it is the Resch Expo. Community came together, and obviously PMI is doing a great job managing that. And that was also a key factor for the league. I think the other thing, obviously, Lambeau Field, it's an iconic stadium that, NFL fans all over the world want to come see. But I think the improvements that we've made to Lambeau Field also have helped quite a bit.
We've heard a lot of talk about numbers, the league's smallest market. Can they pull it off? Can Green Bay pull it off? Is the crowd going to be smaller than Detroit? What do you say to all that chatter about numbers?
It's going to be tremendous, and the numbers are going to be what they are. We anticipate it'll be 250,000, and it's going to be the impact of this. I think the economic impact's approximately 94 million statewide, but you're going to have people staying, all over the state, from Madison to Milwaukee, and I've said it'll be like a 3-day commercial for Wisconsin and what a great place to live, what a great place it is to live in.
Here we are at the beginning of draft week. There's still a lot to go before this all wraps up. There's still a lot that you're going to be watching. What's going to keep you up at night over this next week?
Well, it's kind of like putting your game plan in. You work on it. But the one thing I know that we're all focusing on is the weather, but we really have no control over it. But you do worry about that, and just want to make sure that any last-minute adjustments or changes, making sure that we're working closely with the league.
Where are you going to be the night of the drafts? What is your schedule
well,
look like?
I'll be in the draft room. It's funny. Brian Gutekunst and they're for them it's kind of the draft as usual. Meanwhile,
around them.
everything around them. So. I'll be mostly there. We were joking earlier. Sometimes I love being in the draft room just because you see the work that our scouts and Brian and everybody does all come together. A whole year of studying and working, and it all comes together. But things change pretty drastically. I got burnt once. I think we were like, 20 picks away, and I thought, well, I can leave. I got to go out and grab a bite or something. And well, I'm down in our restaurant, and here Packers are on the clock. They just traded up, so you have to be very careful.
Lessons learned from that draft.
Yeah.
Mark, this will be your last draft. You're retiring after what, 17 years as president of the Packers. You've seen a lot in those years. this kind of a capstone? I mean, when you just look back broadly, what do you hope your time here has meant to the Packers?
Well, yeah, I feel first of all, I think it's the most unique organization in all professional sports. So I've really been very, very honored and blessed to be in this position. I just hope that I've left it better than I found it. I think, Bob Harlan left it in tremendous shape for me, and I want to make sure that, Ed Policy, who's succeeding me, can find the organization, and I'm sure Ed will do a great job, and hopefully it's. And Ed's been integral. I mean, we worked together for 12 years, but it's a great source of pride. On the football side, I think the consistent success has really. That's hard in the NFL. Everything's designed to drive everybody to 500, and then some of the improvements. I think Lambeau Field, that's always been a priority, and Titletown, really proud of that addition and what it's meant to the community.
Coming up from Lambeau Field, the league's decision to pick Green Bay. A top executive with us moments away. Inside the upcoming draft and the league going global.